Hey everybody, welcome. This is Dr. Levi and welcome to your show, The Dr. Levi Show. Today is August 15th, 2018. Beautiful day here in Los Angeles. I hope wherever you are today you're making it a great day. Why not? Every day is a gift. So if you wake up, that means the story is not complete. There's more for you to do. Greater service, more people to make smile, more hugs to give, more forgiveness. All this is great. What about living in that state of true gratitude, knowing that every day is just this amazing gift to be a better you? Why? Because the world is waiting for the best possible version of yourself. And just remember, you are enough just the way you are. We have a lot to discuss today, so I hope you're making it a great day. And also, it's beautiful here in Los Angeles. The temperature is spectacular as usual. You know, I always say that I love LA and LA loves me back. So wherever you are, think about that. Whatever city you're in right now, from Chicago to Quebec to Paris, France, wherever you are, I want you to know that it's a good day for you and that city, that state, that country's waiting for you to present all the wonderful gifts that you have. Because guess what? In the entire universe, there's only one of you. How amazing is that? One unique you. No one exactly like you. Even if you have a twin, you're still very different. So I want you to enjoy your life and know that this show is about uplifting. It's about information, education, inspiration, motivation. We want you to be the best possible you. So today we're talking about one of my favorite subjects, of course, and that's fitness, health, and well-being. You know, my first book, The Art of Fitness, A Journey to Self-Enhancement, was really about giving you an entree to having your own personal trainer with you at all times. With that book, you can really flip to any page and find an exercise that you can do. When it comes to exercise, as I've said before, and I want to reiterate, exercise is a lifestyle. It's not something you do because it's a good day. You don't do it when it's raining or when it's cold. You want to do this every day. Why? Because your body will reflect that. Our bodies reflect the amount of exercise that we do. Our bodies reflect what we eat. So remember, you are what you eat, drink, and smoke. So don't smoke. Drink less. Drink more water. Eat properly. You know, think about this. When you look at your plate, think about two things specifically. Number one, instead of eating off a large plate the way we serve here in America, I want you to think about eating off of a saucer. And 3/4 of that saucer should be filled with green, leafy vegetables and maybe some fruit, but really minimizing the amount of excessive carbohydrates that we eat in this country, and also sugar. You know, often we call sugar the devil's dandruff, you know, so that can't be good. Dandruff is never good for anybody. Even somebody like me with no hair, it can never be a good thing. So I want you to really think about minimizing the amount of sugar that you have in your diet, minimizing the amount of excess carbohydrates and processed foods and fried foods, you know, soy, dairy, wheat, gluten, all these things that we know are somewhat pro-inflammatory. I want you to think about minimizing them and having more of a plant-based diet, but not without lean protein. You know, I've gotten questions I want to answer today about what do I eat and how do I stay fit. And I want to remind you, what works for me may not work for you. So it's so important that you garner a program that works for your life, for your lifestyle, for your budget, and for your time constraints. It's really important. Now for myself, I do IMF, Intermittent Fasting, meaning I eat every other day. Now that works for me, and sometimes I eat every 3 days. Now it may sound extreme because I think it is at times. However, that works for me and it works for my body. Now, for yourself, you may want to stick to, when I do eat, I eat sort of a mixture of a hybrid paleo ketogenic type diet. It's like a mind meld of both of those. And that works for me. So I want you to really start doing the following. Educate yourself about the different types of diets, from intermittent fasting to paleo to ketosis. I want you to really read about these, to vegan diets, to vegetarianism. I want you to read about it and see what works for you. And then the ticket is this. Once you read about it, then you have to have an action plan where you say, okay, now I'm going to do it. Because being fit and healthy is really about action. It's not about talk. You know, I live in a city where there's a lot of quote unquote smooth talk. This is Los Angeles. I mean, I can't tell you how many times, I'll give you an example. We have an incredible guest on the show today, and I can't wait to tell you about him and about his product line, because I think it can really be an investment for yourself and for your life and for your health. So we're going to talk about his investment. We'll talk about him also. But I want to share this with you. So I invited him on the show, and of course we connected, and he's here today. I can't tell you how many people I meet and they'll say, oh, you know what, I want to be on your show, Dr. Levi. I'm going to give you a call. We're going to talk about. I said, okay, fantastic. I said, well, you call me and we'll work it out. I'll have you talk to my assistant, and I can't wait to have you on the show, and it'll be fantastic, and blah, blah, blah. I literally hear from about 1 in 10 of those people. Why? Because they're really not living in authenticity. You know, these are the type of people that tell you, oh, let's do lunch, and you never hear about them. Even after you've had multiple dinners, you've never heard from them. So I always say that like attracts like, authentic attracts authentic. So never feel dismayed about people who fall away from your life who are not correct, because that means it's not a match. You know, the light cannot stand where there's darkness. So light attracts light. Authenticity attracts authenticity. Fitness attracts fitness. You know, you want to think about those things. So never feel disheartened when relationships, you know, sort of meld away, or when they no longer jive together. It's okay. You know, everything happens for a reason. You know, as my mother would say, you know, people come into our lives for a reason, a season, a lesson, and a blessing. I've always loved when she said that. I didn't like as much as a kid, because I thought it was sort of like, okay, something bad is going to happen about this. But now, you know, at 35 plus, I totally get it, and I understand it. So let's talk a little bit more about fitness. And I want to give you my basic tenets about fitness. Fitness is about the following: commitment, consistency, diet, exercise, rest, and recovery. And then the last thing that I'll add, and I've talked about this before, is meditation, mindfulness, or stillness. We have to have time during the day, 15 minutes, maybe once or twice a day, to sit in that state of creating the body that you want in your mind, seeing the six-pack that you want. We all have a six-pack, but the key is, how many layers of fat is it under? Where is it hiding? So you can manifest the body you want, but you have to, number one, believe that you can do it. Number two, eat properly. And number three, do the work. You know, in my practice, I take care of a slew of multimillionaires who have incredible health problems. I have 4 or 5 multi-billionaires. But guess what? They don't have their health. Because one thing about fitness, no one can make you do the sit-up or the push-up. You have to do it. And even if they make you do it, when they're not around, then you're not going to do it. You have to want to go deep, take a deep dive into yourself, and know that exercise is like breathing. We have to do it. It's a part of the human evolutionary story. We have to exercise. You have to do it in a way that works for you. So remember, when I talk about working out, the gym is where your body is. You don't have to go to the gym to work out. No. Wherever you are, you can work out. You can do your air squats, your push-ups, your sit-ups, your jumping jacks. You can jump rope with or without a rope. You can jump up and down. You do your jumping jacks. There are things that you can do to manifest the body that you want. But guess what? You have to do the work. And guess what? Second, last, and third, and final, as my sister would say, my final guess what of the day is, you can do it. I have faith in you. But you have to have faith in yourself. You have to love yourself enough to do the work. And I've said before with many of the women that watch the show and that send me emails, I want to remind all the women that hear the show the following. And that is, it's so important that, like men, just love your body the way it is. Don't worry about what other people say, what they think. Don't look for their validation. I want women to love and appreciate themselves just the way they are. Why? Because you are enough. You're beautiful just the way you are. And all of us need to do the following, is take small, sustainable steps to be fit, to be healthy, and to live the best possible versions of ourselves. That's what it's all about, living the best version of yourself. So again, quick review: commitment, consistency, diet, exercise, rest, recovery, and mindfulness, i.e. meditation. And some may think of meditation as prayerfulness. Whatever works for you works for me. I'm not here in any judgment. You know, I don't care what your religion is, your sex, your sexuality, your gender identity. That's not my business. My business is to get you fit, to get you healthy and to remind you that the world needs the best possible version of you. I want you to think about that. It's really, really important. Now, I want to share something with you also. You know, our medical moment today is about cryotherapy. So, I was asked about this about 3 months ago, and I said that I would eventually do it. And the goal, as I share it with someone via an email, I said, I will do it. I give you my word before the end of August. Well, I did it. So the past week, I started cryotherapy. I've gone twice now. So you're basically submerging your body from your neck down to your feet to sub-zero temperatures. I mean, we're talking really, really cold. For 3 to 5 minutes. So I've had 2 sessions. It's intense, I can tell you that. The thoughts right now is that cryotherapy can minimize inflammation globally in the body, can decrease swelling, decrease pain from an area of injury. That's the thought. Now, the literature is still out. We don't have any 25 or 30-year history about the benefits of cryotherapy. However, I think the basis of it has possible advantages for us, especially for athletes or maybe people with autoimmune disorders. You know, those are my thoughts. However, the research continues. I have to do more research myself, and I love using myself as a guinea pig for certain things, to see how I feel when I'm expressing what I think about these things. So we will see. Now, as a guy, one thing that I wonder about with cryotherapy is how does it affect our testicular function, meaning sperm count. And I would think, and again, I don't have any proof about this yet, and I haven't seen any studies about this yet, I would think that could possibly cause a decrease in sperm productivity. That's what I would think. However, again, the literature is still out. I haven't seen a study on it yet. Now, I will say this. After the cryotherapy, I felt pretty good. That's for sure. The next day, I felt like myself again. Excuse me. So I think if you want to consider it, definitely talk to your doctor about that and then see how you feel. You know, I can't wait to hear from you. So with that said, excuse me again, clear my throat here. We're going to take about a minute break. Then I'm going to bring on our guest. You know, he has a lot to share with you. He's a fitness professional. He's an entrepreneur. He's a former NFL player, a punter. But more importantly, he has invented something that I think has a great opportunity for you to invest in your mind and in your body to attain a different level of fitness and health in a way that will be productive and actually very, very safe. So we'll be back in about 1 minute. So enjoy the minute break. This is Dr. Levi with your show, The Dr. Levi Show. So come right back.
All the resistance clips, and what you're going to see is just by me putting in the clips and standing still, you're going to see that my body is fully engaged. You're going to start to see all my muscles start to fire.
It's starting to light up here on colors here. This is really awesome. Your quads right now are definitely firing up. The legs. Okay, so now just standing, you have both legs firing as where they weren't before. Oh, your whole upper body just lit up bright red. Oh my gosh.
Okay, watch this. Now I'm going to do a squat with a press without the 10-pound dumbbells, just with the Mastodon. I'll add the dumbbells in a second, but I want to show that just doing this on the body firing and how it's going to be more balanced.
Way more balanced. There is no imbalances really. You're bright red and orange and yellow.
So it's showing the body is working equally now. So decreases in injury prevention, also full body stimulation and engagement. Talk about athletes. When athletes train, they need to train their entire body simultaneously, because when you're out there on the field or the court, everything is working together. That's what makes a dominant athlete.
That is great. Everything is firing bright red on the back. Arms are red and chest is flared.
Having the suit on, your muscle strengthening is going to increase a whole lot greater than having the suit off doing your normal routine, correct?
Correct.
So I'm going to do a lunge.
Lunge. Now just to let you know, your average heart rate beforehand was 128. You're at 136 right now and you've done less movement. just by standing there. That's amazing.
So you can decrease in workout time if you're working out at home or on a field and still get the same type of muscle intensity.
Down and up. Just the punching is going to bright red compared to the 10-pound dumbbell in your hand. Also, when you fire, the muscle was in balance. This one, when you push that, it goes shoulder bicep, like in rhythm.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Oh, everything went bright orange instantly, getting bright red. Your pecs are much more even than before. Oh, look at the glute firing, the left side, right side, the color changes. Wow, quads are going on fire right here. Oh. Go up and hold it one more time. And really push. The whole body lights up bright red. Down, up, and hold, push, push. Now that is awesome. Look at the glutes firing, the quads, the entire body fired in that one workout. That is amazing. Nice hook. Dude, this is an amazing workout. It just shows how the mass suit really engages better than anything out there your entire body, Jesse. Juke Performance has come up with something really amazing here.
Thank you. And I'm feeling it right now.
Dripping sweat, 5 minutes compared to what we did. And that's amazing, and that goes to show you guys how important the Juke Performance mass suit is. Thank you for watching an episode of Pumped!
Jesse Nicassio. Hey everybody, it's Dr. Levi back with an amazing guest for you today, former NFL player Jesse Nicassio. You know, he has invented something that's unbelievable, so we're going to talk about that shortly. But more importantly, I want to welcome to the show, Jesse. Thanks for being here.
Hey, thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
It's fantastic. You know, Jesse and I were recently on The Doctors together about a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
It's about a week ago.
About a week ago. It was fantastic. And Jesse actually introduced his invention on that show. And I was so impressed. It was like, I can't wait to talk to this gentleman after the show to have him on our show today, the Dr. Levi Show. So with that said, you know, where are you from, Jesse?
I am born and raised in Oak Park, California. Not too far away from here.
Not far away.
Yeah.
Not far away.
Not with traffic.
Well, let's also talk about the fact that, you know, you born in Los Angeles.
Yes.
You played for the NFL Rams.
Yes.
Okay. You were there for what, 3 years?
No, I was there for a year and then bounced around actually after Rams, went to the Colts.
Yes.
And then I was everybody's backup and trying to, you know, stick in the league. And
but
then
you did it.
I did it, and yeah. And then I'm getting an injury myself.
Right. Now, when you were injured, that's when you started thinking about other things in the fitness world that you could maybe bring forth to help?
Yes. That's when it all started coming about. That ending year, just knowing how hard it was to stay on a team, to keep going and get, you know, all the tryouts. Right. I was thinking, you know, what if something happened? Absolutely. You know, what if this doesn't make it? Or what if I get injured? And then I'm like, you know what? I have to back myself up with some type of business strategy.
Absolutely.
And,
you know, and one thing I think that's great, you know, with talking to Jesse is that he's real clear and invested in fitness, in helping not only athletes, but everyone from children with autism to our wounded warriors, veterans. He is really invested in helping a community of humanity really to get healthy, to get fit, and also to have access to his invention. Let's talk about your mass suit.
Let's talk about it.
I want to hear, where did the wheels start to turn for you to actually even think about inventing something like this?
You know, it came about because of my hip flexors, actually.
Yes.
Being a punter, you're kicking your leg thousands of times a year, and the very first part to go out on you is your hip flexors. Yes. So punters and kickers, hip flexors and quads. So then I started thinking, I'm like, okay, how can I be on the field, not get yelled at by my coach, alleviate some of the pain off my leg? And so I created this first product that actually helped lift my leg up a little bit.
Yes.
And it was a resistance band type product that just went around my waist. But I'm like, why stop there? let's keep on going further.
Correct.
So next thing I know, I got these straps on me, and they're connected to all my body parts. And I'm like, you know what? This is not just for punters and kickers. This is for all athletes and all fitness enthusiasts.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, I got something here. And it just kept on going further towards even the wounded warrior type part.
Yes.
But we'll get into that in a minute. But
you know what I think is great? You know, we're talking to Jesse is, number one, his enthusiasm, you know, is just contagious. And I feel when I meet someone who is so inspired by what they do to help people, it makes me feel good about having them on the show. It really, really does. And let's talk more about the mass suit.
Yes.
So what are the basics of it? Because I've seen it in action. I love it.
It is great. You know, it is, when you look at it, people are like, that is way too complicated. It is not that complicated.
It's not that complicated.
It is as basic as be. Right. It's just, I took resistance bands, which is, resistance bands have been around for a long time.
For as long as I can remember.
Yeah, and a lot of people, you know, they don't know how to use resistance bands, or they don't know the benefits of it. So I took resistance bands instead of connected to a wall or a fence.
Right.
I'm like, why not just make a suit? So it's literally as simple as resistance bands, and I innovated it to be attached to a suit, then attached to your knees, your hands, your legs, and made it fully mobile, which is the greatest part, because there's nothing out there like it.
Nothing like it. Nothing like it. And what I love about it is exactly what you said. It's about the mobility, and it can be used by anybody, no matter what their frame, their height, their weight. It is adjustable for your body. You can adjust things to make it work for you. The other great thing I like about it is that it works antagonist versus antagonistic muscles, concentric and eccentric motion.
Yes.
So you get everything involved.
Yes.
Your whole, it's a full body workout.
Absolutely. You know, but one of the biggest things, people always say, hey, can I put on the suit and work the entire body? Yes, but you still need to do other exercises to help target other body parts. People are like, oh, is this like an end all to be all? And I'm like, no. This is just another amazing arsenal in your, you know, toolbox.
Absolutely.
And you use this properly, but also if you have a deficiency in your glutes or your hamstrings, do other exercises.
Absolutely.
Just don't think of one product, and there's not a single product out there, everybody, that's just going to work every single muscle group in a very targeted way. You need to do other exercises and use other tools and be with other professional fitness trainers.
Absolutely.
So
now, I totally agree with that. I think, you know, as Jesse said, and I totally agree, there really is no panacea. You know, the panacea is you doing something and also being active every day. The great thing I love about the mass suit is that definitely it's complementary to your own fitness style and lifestyle. What it can do is actually, it can level up your fitness game. So no matter where you are, it can bring you to a different level, because it is really, it's body strengthening, it's conditioning, it's great for flexibility, it's great for overall body toning and body sculpting. It's just one of, for me, when I saw it, initially I looked at it and I thought, wow, it looks fantastic. You know, I like stuff. I like technical things. And I thought, God, it looks really technical. And then when Jesse was on the doctors with me and he broke it down, it was like, this is not that technical at all.
No.
It's pretty simplistic.
Yes.
However, the benefit can be very complex and very multi-layered. So can you show us the device?
Absolutely. Let's get this thing on.
I think you're going to be amazed at how easy this device can be, number one, put on, and then secondly, the great thing with Jesse is how easy it is to use. So take a look. This is the device. This is the MASS, M-A-S-S suit. And please look Jesse up on Juke, J-U-K-E Performance. That's the website.
So here's the bad boy itself.
I love it.
You know, like I said, when you first look at it, people are like, where are all these bands going to go to?
Right.
It's so simple. You put it on just like a backpack. Throw it over the shoulder.
Yep.
Put it on this side. And you just clip it all in.
Yep.
You got your waist strap. You got your hand grips over here. I usually put the hand grips right in front of me. And now you have the bands in the back. So the long bands right here connect to your ankles. Right. So you easily just put them on in.
Yep.
Strap, put the other one in.
So it looks like a lot of stuff, but it's really not that many. It's not that many.
Yeah, you're good to go.
In 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, less than that.
Less than that. I mean, I have my knee bands hanging right here too that you can connect to your knees. But that is all it is. Now, as soon as I put this on, My body right now is fully engaged.
Oh yeah, and your embrace position, your posture is corrected also.
Yes.
And also your shoulders are square,
Yes.
your chest is up, chin is up, back is straight.
Yes, and my core is engaged the entire time because while it's pulling me back, I am subconsciously want to pull myself forward, so I'm always tightening my abs, I'm tightening my obliques, everything is fully engaged, and that's including your lower half.
Oh,
right now,
everything.
Oh, my glutes, my hamstrings, my quads right now, I can feel it.
Right. So if you try to walk, you can feel that antagonistic motion pulling against you. It also gives you greater strength.
Yes.
I think it's fantastic. One thing I also share with you, I thought about with the suit with Jesse that I like is that I think a suit like this could also be used, for example, in a pediatric population. For example, if someone has cerebral palsy, if they have a muscular dystrophy type disorder. This is something that I believe can not only correct posture, but also has the potential to improve muscular imbalances, which I really like. I like the potential of that, Jesse. I really do.
Thank you. That was one of my favorite things. You know, when I first created this, I had no clue whatsoever.
Right.
I'm not going to even say, oh yeah, I created for the rehabilitation side. I had no clue until people started using it. And I started getting this feedback, and I was blown away.
Right.
Especially the greatest story was the very first person, this autistic kid. He came to our studio, and they wanted to try something new with him. He was just not. He was just not acting to anything. There was
he didn't want it.
He didn't want it. There was. We put him in the suit. First, he had his arm out and his leg was were out.
Yeah, rotated out.
Yep. And as soon as we put the suit on him, his arm came in, his leg came in, and he was understanding everything we were saying to him. We were like, step left, punch right, and he did it. And his mom started crying.
Yeah.
And she started crying because she put her hands up in front of her face. She's like, he's never listened to anybody like this before. And so we kept on telling him more, and he was understanding, and what it was doing, it was stimulating his brain.
Absolutely.
And not just his muscles.
Absolutely.
And he felt comfortable. He felt that comfort on him.
Right.
I mean, the only other
And he felt braced. He was in a braced position.
Oh, yes, absolutely. He wanted to do more. He saw the battle ropes. He's like, let's do some battles. Oh, he started going. He did not want to stop. He was with me for about maybe 2 hours.
Wow.
Yes, finally his mom's like, we have to stop this. And that's when I knew, oh my gosh, I can help out an entire new demographic.
Absolutely.
There's kids out there and there's adults out there that could, from brain trauma to cerebral palsy, autism, that you could utilize my product, and you know what? It gives them a second chance.
Definitely.
Gives them hope again.
And it gives them, I was going to say, it gives them hope again. And I think, Jesse, that was literally right on time.
Sorry, I took that one.
No, it was perfect. That was I was going to say, it gives hope. I think when you can give what I call a very disenfranchised part of the world hope, you've done a great thing. It comes out of veterans, again, a very disenfranchised part of society. People with autism, people with mental disorders, people with mental challenges. Often these are the groups of people that we just throw away, which is really unfortunate because they matter also. They have parents, they have lives. They should be respected. They should be loved. They should be treated with kindness and professionalism. And so often they're not. So I think this suit should be in every children's hospital, should be in every hospital, should be in every physical therapy salon, should be in every occupational therapy practice, should be in every doctor's office. It should be in every place where there are people who need help with posture, with muscular imbalance, with fitness, health, and well-being. I think this suit is one of the keys to greater fitness. I really believe that.
Thank you. I'm so glad you do believe that. Because I think this will definitely change the world when it comes to the rehabilitation and therapy side. I mean, yesterday I actually was on the line with a customer, and she was thanking our company and thanking the product because she tore her ACL 4 years ago. And she says, she says she was using this right after her surgery, and it helped her get right back into walking again and competing and doing her races. And what it was doing was strengthening the muscles around her injured area. And that's what I told her when she first called in, could this help? I go, that's what the suit will do. And I'm so glad it helped her.
I think it's fantastic. I want to tell you there's another population I think would also benefit, and that is the geriatric population. Because I think if they were to simply move more, for example, imagine if you have in one of the retirement communities, if you have a therapist someone from Jesse's team working with individuals there, if they have, let's say, 10 or 20 suits there, that could have a group therapy class with the suit on to help rehabilitate people who are in a position with stenosis, cervical stenosis, if they're bent over, if they have ankylosing spondylosis. I think there's so many things that can be done to help a community of people that may have postural issues or muscular imbalance. I think the vision and reach is pretty infinite, Jesse, for what the suit can do. I really do.
I think
From
so
the pediatric population to the geriatric population to all in between, I think it can do a lot. I also think it would be a great opportunity for high schools and college athletic departments to have the mass suit there. I think, again, the benefits would be, imagine if every university had several mass suits to train with, if the trainers were properly trained on how to use them, because it just has, it has depth. It really does, Jesse.
No, absolutely it does. It can go far beyond, and all the improvements and all the innovations that we're doing with this, you're going to see more and more between of the science and the backing of this product. And
Absolutely.
all we're trying to do is how can we further this product to helping even more and really targeted on very specific illnesses and situations that people have.
Absolutely.
Which is the funnest part.
Right.
I get to keep on innovating.
You get to see exactly.
and helping
all
other
your
people.
innovations and the iterations, you see the changes every time.
Absolutely. It is great.
I think it's fantastic, Jesse.
Yeah,
Now, what does your family think about this? What do they think about your entire entrepreneurial vision to say, okay, see, it's one thing to have an idea. It's another thing to have the idea, act on it, and then to actually produce it.
You know, it has been funny. It's, you know what, my family has backed me up since day one.
Have they really?
Absolutely. They know that I've always been out of the box. I
Right.
thought out of the box. When I was determined to get something, like I wanted to play college football, I made that happen. I want to play in the NFL, I made that happen.
Right.
When I was a little kid, I wrote on a piece of paper, I want to be an NFL player and an inventor like my great-grandfather.
You did it.
I did it. And now I'm going to keep on doing it and
That's
keep
great.
on improving myself and help improving the world. But they were all for it. I mean, I remember my father and my mother looked at my very first one that I made of this.
Yes.
I made it on the ground in a garage, taught myself how to make rings,
Right.
rubber resistance bands.
Right.
I taught myself how to sew. I came in with the suit. I'm like, Dad, I did it.
Right,
and he's like, oh, man.
Here we go.
Here we go. What did he just bring to me? But then I found an artist, and I made this crazy looking suit come to life.
Right.
And he's
That
like,
was a prototype.
it was a prototype. In the very first prototype, he's like, oh, wow, can it work? And I was using it, and I'm like, this, after testing it for months, this works. My brother and my sister, they're like, they knew me. They're like, go for it.
Did they really?
Yeah, go for it. Make this. The friends, though, they're like, yeah, you're out of your mind.
They really?
Yeah, what are you thinking? You're coming up with a what? Yeah. I'm like, just don't worry.
Just don't worry.
I got this. I got this. You guys, I'll bring you to the parties with me. All right, but you know, I mean, still to this day, the world and people look at me, they're like, you are out of your mind. I still think this out of your mind. I'm like, really? But the stats don't lie.
They don't lie.
They don't
Exactly
lie. You
right.
can call me out of my mind all you want,
Exactly
but
right.
it works. All right?
And it does work. And just think, it's helping so many people. Jesse.
Yes.
I think it's just, I think it's phenomenal. Where do you see your company 5 years from now?
You know, I see my company being one of the most prominent athletic and fitness companies out there that have very, you know, it has regular sport and fitness type training products, but we have a very niche and specific specialty type training products. Right. It's, you know, from the time I started this company back in 2006, creating the very first tethered football that attaches to the ground, is called the Easy Kicker, and I just kept on building from there. And the company is a brand. We're not just products. You know, when people are latch on, they want to support the mass suit and they want to support Juke Performance.
Absolutely.
So I'm watching Juke Performance grow. Right. So in 5 years from now, it will be a household name.
I believe that.
People will know you get your athletic supplies and athletic apparel, you know, at this site.
I'm with
so
you, man.
It's been great watching this, and it's so funny that you talked earlier about people who talk.
Yes.
And people who don't do anything about it.
Oh, yeah. We need those people.
Absolutely. This world is so filled with just talkers. And one of my first things that my patent attorney said, he goes, I get so many patents coming through my office, and nobody does anything with them.
Right.
He goes, you got it through. You already had the product made. He goes, and look at you to this day. He goes, I have to congratulate you. He goes, not many people are like you.
Exactly.
So we're actually coming out with an apparel line, and it's called Prove It Apparel.
Dude, I love it.
It's you just pretty much shut your mouth and prove it.
Right.
If you say it, just prove it. Don't even tell me anymore.
No, just prove it.
Just prove it. I don't want to hear anymore. Just
Right,
prove it.
right.
And that's so funny you said that because I'm like, too much talking.
Right, yeah, too much.
No more. Yes, I want that red button.
Right, yeah, exactly right, man. I gotta tell you, I was in a CrossFit class yesterday, and so the class starts, on time, and I like to get there like a few minutes, just kind of like, just feel my way through, do a little stretching. So one of the guys comes in late to class. So the instructor, for the first time, he said, okay, you're 6 minutes late, you can't do the class. We have a 5-minute cutoff now. And he said, well, no, I still want to do the class. He said, okay, well, why don't you do some burpees? He said, okay, I'll do a few burpees. I don't want 3 or 5. He said, no, why don't you do, dude, I just have to walk away. He said, well, why don't you do 10 burpees for every minute that you were late? So in my mind, I was thinking, now if he does that, that means he is committed. He is like saying, I'm going to do this class.
Absolutely.
He said, no, I'll be back tomorrow.
Oh,
Turned around and walked out the door. So the instructor looked at me and he winked. He said, commitment, huh? I said, or lack thereof.
Yeah, that's.
So do we talk it or do you do it? You have to be committed though.
You have to be committed.
You got to be like all in.
All in.
There's no. I always say, why have a backup plan? I have a back end plan, but I don't have a back out plan.
Yes.
I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go back in. I'm going to do this and this. But I'm not going to do this and back out and say, let me not do that. No,
absolutely not. No. And I want everybody to know too is that when you have a plan and you're all in, there are going to be certain days you wake up and you might be a little bit discouraged. Right. You might have a little bit of fear.
Right.
It is okay. Yes, it is. Okay, it is okay to have those feelings, but you go to work, you keep on moving forward because the next day you're going to be right back, energetic, and you'll be like, you know what, I got this.
Absolutely.
So don't be discouraged.
No.
Don't be discouraged by anybody, and don't be discouraged by your own feelings.
No.
You just might be tired.
Right.
Just take a little nap.
Take a nap and then keep going.
Absolutely. Just keep on going.
And also know that when you're making something new, Jesse, for example, as a pioneer, as a maverick, as an entrepreneur, he's the first to do this. So often you're going to have naysayers. That's okay. They can keep saying, you just keep doing. It's okay when people say, oh, you can't. Let them say that. You just keep doing it. You're not proving to them. You're doing it for you because you told yourself that you can do it. So now you have to make it happen. It's really about investing in yourself and your own ideas.
Yeah, it absolutely is. You know what? And I have a fear. I have a fear that there will be no more naysayers. Right. Because as soon as the naysayers are gone and nobody's talking crap about my sin, that means I think I might have failed. Yeah, because now they just feel bad for me. But if I'm doing something and people are dogging me and trolling me, then I know I'm doing the right thing. So keep on, guys. Make me feel good about myself.
My dad used to say, I want to paraphrase him. I can't say it exactly how he said it, but he basically said, when people are talking stuff about you, he said, that's great. At least they're talking about you.
Absolutely. That's great.
So I think it's so true that when you're doing something, if people are giving you a hard time, it's okay. You just keep on your journey.
Absolutely.
We all have a unique journey, and I think your journey is one that will really serve humanity. I think it's fantastic, Jesse.
Thank you.
I'm really proud of you as a physician, as an entrepreneur, as an inventor also.
Thank you.
My gaming device will come out later this year. I'll tell you about that when we finish.
Oh, I can't wait to hear about that.
I'm really excited. I just talked to a patent attorney the other day, and I am over the moon. It'll be the first one to ever hit the world.
I can't wait to see this. I want to hear all about it.
It is so... All I can tell you is, universe, get ready. World, get ready. I'm just, so we're just talking about, finding, we'll talk about this too, about I got to find someone to package it.
Yes.
I got to talk about packaging, and, the design is fantastic. All my patents have gone through. So I patent 7 different devices. And this one will hit the market by the grace of God this year. That's the goal.
Awesome.
Doing all the work to make it happen.
7 devices within this one device, or 7 separate devices?
I have 7 separate patents, and this one will hit the market this year. yeah. So,
Congratulations.
oh, dude, I'm over
is...
the moon. You know, it's just all I can say is thank God. I'm so grateful. That's all I can tell you. I'm just very grateful.
It's one of the best feelings when you put so much time and effort into something, and then you actually feel your tangible product, and it's on the market. It is such a great feeling. Like, my baby's here.
Right, exactly. It's like giving birth. It really is.
It really is. I just got it was going through my mind just actually seeing my daughter.
Right.
You know, I'm like, my mass suit and my daughter.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, I made it.
You made it.
My
you made them both.
I made them both. And they're still around. I'm doing a good job.
Exactly. And just think about the extraordinary legacy you have for your children. You know? Think about this. It's not just you, it's your progeny, you know, that you will leave this for them to continue this journey of service to humanity in the realm of fitness. Because what fitness does, it helps to stave off osteoporosis, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, different forms of cancer, stroke, heart attack. You know, this device has an amazing global impact on the body.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's funny, the osteoporosis, that's what we're looking to right now. I've been contacting NASA to see what we can do on that side of things to really hope on strengthening the bones.
Absolutely.
I think it's a very needed area.
It's needed, and it's needed for more research, and it's also needed like devices like this, which we know will have a sustained benefit for people.
Absolutely,
you know,
yes.
I really can't think of no person on the earth who wouldn't benefit from this in some way. Think about that. You know?
I haven't found one yet, except for the ones that are just negative Nancy's.
Oh, yeah. We have some of those.
We have a whole other issue for you.
You know, I tell you, one thing I find now is interesting at 35 plus, I always say, is when people negate things I do, in my mind, I literally just cancel them out. It's like I hear it. I don't hear anything. It's like, okay, let me keep doing what I'm doing. It's like they don't exist.
No, they don't. You just kind of walk. There's just like
away.
a little white noise that just disturbs you for that 5 seconds.
And then it's over.
Anyways, yeah.
Right.
I just had one the other day.
Isn't that interesting?
Oh my gosh. And the other trainer next to me looked at me and goes, "Did you hear what he said?" And I'm like, "Nah, not really." He's just, yeah, he's like, I was about to slap him. I'm like, I really didn't care. Oh, yeah, it's just another day.
Another day.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think while they're doing a negative, I just bless them and I keep on going. I don't wish them any negativity. I don't want to, you know, say let's fight it out. I don't want to do that. I want you to go do you, because guess what? I'm over here. I'm doing me really well.
Yep.
Oh, I'm really happy.
Yep.
Really prosperous. Really grateful. I'm in a good place. You know, I hope you are.
You're gonna be able to say that brings me down. You're gonna have a whole slew of issues on your side.
Exactly. I think it's so important to just love people where they are, and we just keep doing our thing.
Yeah.
No, so I want to remind everyone to please consider investing in yourself by getting the mass suit. It's a one-of-a-kind grandstand health invention that will help you to reach the next level of fitness. Now, how can people reach out to you, Jesse? They want you to have maybe come and do a talk or demonstration or reach you on social media. What are your social media platforms?
You know, it is the easiest. I'm the easiest person to get a hold of. You can go to jukeperformance.com, and every single one of our social media handles is Juke Performance. So
and that's spelled Juke Performance.
Yes. So go on there. You can reach out. Go to any of the messaging boards. Call into the offices. Email in. All the messages, everything will come to me because I'm on top of it. I love to speak with my customers.
Fantastic.
I'm always on top of it. I want to see what their complaints are, what they're happy with, and I want to hear every single message. So
absolutely,
you guys just call in or email in, and you
and what about this? Is there a phone number you can give them for an office?
Yes, absolutely. You can call into 818-865-9922. So that is 818-865-9922.
And do you have any like Facebook or Instagram, any of that?
Oh yeah, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we even have Pinterest, we have Twitter, we have the whole works. Every single one of them the handle is Juke Performance.
That's perfect. Well, I want to tell everyone this was just a phenomenal and great interview with Jesse Nicassio. Just a great man, a phenomenal entrepreneur, a forward thinker and visionary, and someone who's on the forefront of the fitness community, who's really about revolutionizing change and making a difference, not only with athletes, but with individuals with autism, with wounded warriors, with our veterans. And our veterans, you know, how do we not love those great women and men who really gave so much for us to have our sustained freedoms in this country? So what you're doing, Jesse, is just fantastic.
Thank you so much. And the whole veteran part, I love that.
Oh, I love
this.
them.
This has given me a chance. I went down to Quantico, been down to Camp Pendleton many times, working with these veterans, working with our active military.
Right.
I love supporting the military and our veterans.
We support the military together, both of us.
Oh, absolutely.
We support them.
I'm all the way military and our vets.
Right.
It's
because these again, as I've said before, many veterans are really just disenfranchised, sort of thrown away. So when I see a veteran who is, down on his or her luck by a freeway or with a cup in their hand, we have to give to them. We have to not only give to them monetarily, but we have to give them respect. We have to give them love. We have to give them compassion. We have to do one thing that's really important. That is treat them the way we want to be treated. And they've given so much for us. Yes. They really have, Jesse.
They really have. We wouldn't be here today, be safe if it wasn't for them.
We would not. We may be speaking a different language.
Absolutely.
Maybe it'd be a very different country.
A lot of people don't know that.
Absolutely. So the mask suit, Jesse is an amazing man, and I'm just really fortunate to have him in my life. And I think his mask suit is the best thing to have in your life. So this is Dr. Levi. Jesse, any parting words you want to share with these folks who are listening to you and appreciating you?
Listen to this man right here. Be happy with yourself. Keep moving forward. Don't listen to anybody's negativity and go kick some butt.
Absolutely. The mask suit, get it today. I'm going to invest. I'm going to get one. I invite you to do the same. It can give you a greater level of self-achievement by using something that will challenge you to be the best version of yourself. And by using a device that will challenge your muscles, will increase your neuroplasticity, because when you do things that are different, your brain will also change. It'll put in new roadmaps to make things better for your body and increase your coordination, your proprioception, your overall, what I call kinesthetic awareness. This device will do that. So I want to thank Jesse for being with me. An extraordinary man, a great father, just a great athlete, and just an overall phenomenal human being. So thank you, Jesse. I'm grateful for you.
I appreciate it.
The world needs you, man. It really does. This is Dr. Levi. I'll see you guys in 1 week. Have a great week. And remember, be kind to the veterans. And remember, it doesn't take much to be kind. A smile, a hug, a wave, a handshake. Be kind to everyone. And remember, everyone you see, in some form, they're a reflection of you. So make sure you show them your great humanity. This is Dr. Levi. Have a great day. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.